Hello there, welcome back. And a package just arrived this weekend, and it's for my next plan build basically. So it's a Fractal Design Ion SFX 650G. It's an SFX power supply, and it's meant for small builds basically. And it looks like it's pretty neat, and I hope it does power my next build well, and it's as silent as they say it should be, and the performance, of course, I hope it does really well. So I bought this specifically for an ITX build I'm planning, and I will post that once I get all the parts and once the parts that I'm trying to get are available. So yeah, let's check this product out. Okay, so we have this Fractal Design Ion SFX 650G 650 watt fully modular SFX power supply, and from the reviews it looks like it should be a nice power supply for the build that I'm planning. It either will be an AMD build, maybe a 58 or 5900, or Intel build, which is I'm leaning on is a 12600K. The issue I had with it is I'm looking for a DDR4 motherboard that's an ITX, and the one from Gigabyte that I saw, the reviews were awful. So I'm not sure if I'm even going to risk it. But there's also one from ASRock. I know the brand, but I've never really used them before, and it doesn't have any reviews yet. So, well, we'll find out soon enough what's available and what I could buy. So, nice little tight box, similar to the EVGA. Okay, so here we've got zip ties and straps. Oh, straps, yep, to tie them up. The cables up, I mean. Got the power cable, beefy and good. So we got the user guide here, and okay, we got cables. Oh, look at here. So this is nice. This is a nice addition. So if you need you don't need to buy a SFX ATX adapter to the ATX power supply case, or to a case that has an ATX, just the ATX power supply hole basically. This does come with a adapter, so this is good. But in my case, actually, since it's out, let me bring it out. I won't be using this because the case I'm planning to put it on, I've already actually got an adapter too. So the reason why I'm not going to use that is this, okay, if you see it here, I already bought the adapter which has holes in it, which I think would be good for airflow basically. So this is the case that I'll be putting it on, this one. So this is a nice inclusion for the power supply. Then you have the cables here. I think you would have enough cables, so it's a fully modular power supply. So you got your PCIe, and of course the main motherboard power cable, CPU cable. So yeah, hopefully all of that you need in your small form factor build. So that's in here. Comes with a nice bag. Normally I'll use this bag to store other stuff and then have like a bunch of these in one of my plastic containers. But it's nice that they included this. Put it there, and then the main, oh, it's also in another bag. Well, this is okay, very nice. quality and I'm not with all the bags though. I'm not too sure if maybe they could have just included this here. I mean, I'm just thinking of trying to save space and save prop stuff like this because trying to reduce waste. It's nice if we kind of all have to do it. So look, there's even a message. Thank you for choosing Fractal Design. So I will actually test you out and see how good you are, and if hopefully you don't fail, so I don't have to send you back because you look pretty cool. Look at that. So got all the words here. So I got that ATX 24 pin, PCIe, 12-volt PCIe, SATA or SATA peripherals. So got all the connection you need here. This is the underside or the top side, depending on how you're going to place this, because you could either place it that way, depending on the airflow in your case, right? Place it upside down or right side up. So unlike the EVGA, which has an echo mode, I'm guessing the silent mode for this is actually built in, where if it's not too hot, the fans won't probably spin, and then when it reaches a certain temp, it'll start spinning. Okay, so it has holes on the side here too, on this side, but not on the other side. Okay. You know what? Let's get the weight. Oh, okay, actually. Okay, it's a nice beefy power supply. Let's see how much this one weighs. It's 1,154 grams. Let's try that again. 1,154 grams for this power supply. Let's get the dimensions for those who want to make sure it's going to fit their case. Okay, so okay, dimensions. So you have around with close to 5 inches, 4.9. Or it's about 125 millimeters. So yeah, it's around 4.9 inches, 125 millimeters. The height is around 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. Around 64 millimeters. Yeah, around 64 millimeters. And then this length is close to 5, so it's 4.95 inches. So yeah, it's around 125 millimeters. So around 125 millimeters. So that's the dimension. And let's see how it starts. Okay, so let's test this out. And you can see that here. I plugged the power supply. And okay, so this probably won't turn on because it might be that the temperature is very low, where you know, where the logic of the fan just won't start unless it hits a certain temperature. And let's see, yeah, so real testing can be done when I have all of the parts in the system getting built. But right now, yeah, it looks, at least I don't smell any burning, and looks like there's nothing off. So let's switch it back off, and I'll show you the case I'll be putting it on. Okay, so when turning it off, there looks like there's fan activity, maybe to blow off the rest of the heat that might be on it, maybe, or maybe it's more of a to blow off the rest of the maybe electricity stored in in a capacitor or somewhere. But yeah, when I turned it off, the fan kind of did run for just a small bit. Okay, so that's why it probably doesn't turn on. It has a semi-passive 0 RPM mode where it allows for absolute silence in low load situations. So if you look at the fan speed curve here, when it starts hitting the higher wattage and of course the higher load and temps, it'll start ramping up to close to 2000 RPMs. That's probably why it didn't start earlier. So that's good. And that next build I'm planning to will replace all of these. So these have been my backup drives and my old computer. So it'll replace all of these. This has been alive since what, 2007 or something. Buffalo. I'm not even sure if that company's still around, but I've always used a backup drive and then always have two backup drives. The one in here, Western Digital, it's been alive for like 2007, 2008 too. And I guess the quality of the drives have improved, because before it'll take like around 2 to 5 years, you'll hear the tick of a hard drive and then it dies. So I normally have backup drives, but ever since around 2008, had this one, the drive here didn't die, this one didn't die. Then I got this one as a backup for this and this. This one's still alive. I got this, I think, 2014. Well, probably this one was the latest one. It's still around, but I'll probably end up getting rid of all of these. Well, I'll probably keep this and have the ITX have be a backup drive and a media server in a way to, and a backup computer for the household, basically. I hope that helps or is interesting at least. So yeah, so other than the unboxing, a little bit of a off-topic information on the case it's going to be put in. So the case I'm going to put it on, and actually this is the case for the ITX build anyway, so you know, the case I'll be putting it on is the Silverstone SG13. See there, it's a closer look. Then I already got this SFX adapter for the ATX slot, because this one could take ATX. I was initially thinking of a smaller build, but the space is just hard. If I'm going to put a hard drive here, maybe 8 to 12 terabytes as a backup. So this unit will replace pretty much all of the other stuff that I have, and I'm going to send them to e-waste, and our local e-waste actually fixes and resells fixed PCs, so they could just clean up that one that I'm sending over at springtime and sell it for cheap, since it's working anyways. So this case is perfect for the build I'm thinking, and I have the optionality of putting in a discrete graphics card here. So you have that optionality, which is great. And pretty much it's small enough where I was initially looking at the NR200, I think that was it. But I think this one volume-wise is smaller. And so if you're thinking of building an ATX for the size. Maybe an ITX would be better, just because of the technology and the components that compared to decades ago. It's better now. We have high-end boards and high-end cooling that'll fit an ITX case. And here, let me grab a sports bag. So I got my normal sports bag that I bring whenever I travel. So just I'll throw in the Surface here, maybe inside. Throw it in before I throw in the laptop too. But you know what? Maybe I'll just throw. I can just put this in here. There you go. Throw in some extra clothes here, and ready for traveling. Of course, monitor. If that's okay. Monitor, of course, you could ship it with your luggage, or normally if you're in hotels, just bring an HDMI cable and use their TV if you need to. But yeah, I'm thinking of planning a trip soon, so I really need to get this built before that. So I probably have maybe a month to get all the parts in, but the problem is the Z690 ITX boards right now. I really don't want to go to DDR5 yet. Z690 boards, ITX boards with DDR4 seems to be flaky. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. If this helps, like and subscribe. Thank you.